Hey, what's going on? This might be for you. It might be for me. Something that I've learned over the last course of, I'll say maybe the last 3 years. There's a huge difference between intention and execution, right? So some of us, I know for me personally, I'm a planner. I like to plan for a plan for a plan. Next thing you know, there's no actual execution happening. There's no action list. And I had to understand what an action list was and how I could apply an action list to the things that were my goals or my tasks that I needed to complete, and not just have them be a plan for a plan for a plan. So intention versus execution. Here's why you should do that. The first thing is going to be clarity and focus. I want you to understand that an action list helps you clearly define your goal and prioritize the tasks that's going to lead you in that direction to get them done. It's going to set concrete steps towards achieving them. All right. Instead of just thinking about what you want to do, it's going to give you a more of a blueprint of how to do it and the things you can check off as you go, as you execute those. It'll make it tangible. It'll make it specific. It's necessary, right? Number two is going to be motivation and momentum, right? And I didn't want to take away from number one, but understand that when you have a written plan, when you have an action plan, when you have those milestones in there that you can clearly identify and check on as you go about what you're doing, it's going to give you motivation. You're going to feel a sense of accomplishment as you continue to execute those things. And it's going to give you momentum. It's going to push you. It's going to create a sense of achievement that's going to help you move forward. Without it, you're going to feel stuck. You're going to look at your dream board, right? And you look at all these things that you want. You want your new house, you want your new car, you want your new job, right? But you're not seeing those minor, I'll say minor, but not to belittle them in any sense, but those little milestones as you go that are going to help you get to the big accomplishment. All right. Number three is going to be accountability and commitment. I love this one, right? I've talked about this often. It is so important for you to have an accountability partner, right? Whether that's your person that you're in love with, your partner, whether that's just a person that, just a friend, same sex, different sex, parent, family, whatever their title is outside of accountability partner, you want to make sure that when it's time for them to provide that accountability and guidance, right, that you don't let their title interfere with those, right? So I'm going to say that I'm careful not to allow that to be family, right? I'm okay with it for me being girlfriend, boyfriend, partner, whatever the case may be, as long as you can separate, all right, what that is. For family, it's a little bit difficult, all right, and you have to consciously think on how you're going to respond, all right, in certain times. But some people can separate it. I know I've separated it before. I just don't think that's like the immediate person that you would want to be your accountability partner, but to each his own, right? So if it works for you, go for it, right? But that accountability is going to be super important. You need a person that's going to be able to tell you to shut up when it's time to shut up, all right? Somebody that's going to tell you to go when it's time to go and stop when it's time to stop. At least allowing their perspective, maybe not so much to give you orders or instructions, but allowing their perspective to give you something that you can think about. And maybe you'll think about it in a way that you've never thought about it before, right? And if that person is, right, not to contradict what I said, but if that person is family or someone that you love, maybe that'll give you that much more respect for them and their word when they give you guidance, right? But it's going to give you that layer of commitment to your goals, knowing that someone else is aware of your plans and your goals, and they can hold you accountable. Like, hey, how you looking on this? Or what'd you get done with this? Or when you call them and you're doubting yourself, they can remind you what that ultimate goal was, and it'll motivate you to stay on track. Number four is going to be overcoming procrastination. Now, I know myself and probably a lot of people viewing this, that P word causes some problems in our life. Procrastination is one of those things that you don't want involved in executing your goals, right? Overcoming procrastination is going to be thinking about your goal or your idea with no actions, right? Definite procrastination. An action list and your accountability partner is going to help you counter those thoughts that are keeping you stagnant, that are keeping you stuck, right? They're the people that's going to push you and help avoid when you get into that trap of thinking it's too hard, right? It's unachievable. It's going to take too long. Whatever those doubts are that come in, that is what that accountability partner should be helping you get through. And overcoming procrastination is an often downfall that we will fall into if you don't have those proper tools, right? Or people to support you and help keep that sense of urgency for whatever your goals are. All right. Number six is going to help you turn your thoughts into results. Listen, without the action plan, it's just daydreaming, right? To make real progress, you need to translate your thoughts into concrete action. An action list is going to ensure that you're not just thinking, but actively working towards your goals. So check this out. I know some people, right, that have went through a couple different goal lists, right? And the goal keeps changing, and that's absolutely amazing, right? But if you're sitting in a spot and you're not doing nothing about it in one place, more than likely you're not going to do nothing about it in the next place. So don't carry your procrastination from place to place to place. The idea is get you an accountability partner, make you an action list, set realistic goal dates, times, and periods where you know you want to be, deadlines where you want to be at this goal by, right? I know for me, in thinking, if you have a career goal, and there's some steps that you need to do in order to get to that career goal, whether it be a certificate program or certification or some other class or some other things you need to do. If you know those items as you're going and you check them off, it's going to keep reminding you of what that goal is, right? Maybe it's problems in your relationship. And maybe those things that you want, let's say if it's better communication, you've reached out or you've gotten some resources to help better your communication in your relationship, and you're putting forth those little efforts. Set a deadline. I want to be at a great place with communication in my relationship by this date. Here are some things that we need to do. Maybe we commit to once a week dates. Maybe we commit to this, and then the consistency, once you're executing that on a consistent basis, those things can help check off to where you're trying to be. Don't avoid going towards your goals because you think it's hard, right? Don't avoid going towards your goals because you keep adding procrastination. I hope these ways help. When thinking is essential for planning and envisioning, but taking action is what brings those thoughts to reality. Don't miss the key nugget in this is going to be your accountability partner to help provide structure and support and motivation while you keep on going and going after your goals. Hope this helps. Thanks.